Hey guys, it's Zan. If you're tired of losing an arena, this is the video for you. So please tap that like and sub button and let's get right into the tips. So for our first tip is finding a good consistent landing spot. Good spots should include good loot, relatively safe landing spots, and rotation options. I mean, for rotation options, for me, in Pressure Plant, it's the giant, whatever this thing is, the geyser? I don't know. And for good loot means proper mats of each kind, brick, metal, and wood, and some good loots in general. Lastly, our rotation options, a way to escape, so any way to get out of a bad situation. Tip 2, cautiously fight. Every engagement can end or improve your game. Before fighting, think about your chances of winning, the pros and cons of the fight, loot-wise, and the point in the game you're in. For example, if you're in any game, you already have top 15, and there's 14 people left, you don't know if you're going to make it top 5, you might as well try to go for a kill to get some extra points. But if you're in an early game, and they've got the combat, and you have a burst, sometimes not the best fight. I mean, for me, I third party, which is a good fight right there, but a lot of situations, it's not going to end that well. Tip 3, plan ahead. Know what your ideal loadout's going to be. Know where you're going to rotate, and know your playstyle. Are you passive, aggressive? Are you kind of in the middle? Do you want to just full out camp? I don't know. For me, I like to play more passively. If I can get an easy kill, then I'll go ahead and try that out, but if not, I'll just take the easiest option. Just so I don't want to, just die. That kind of sucks. So, for your loot, for your ideal loadout, for me at least, is having for scrim games, an AR, a combat shotgun, and heals and rotation for my other 3 slots. Unless I get an RPG or I get a heavy sniper. Heavy snipers are great for edit plays, stuff like that, and RPGs, we all know RPGs are just kind of like overpowered almost. So that's kind of a good general thing. You gotta plan ahead, meaning you gotta know where you're gonna normally rotate, no matter where the zone goes. So I know that if I'm still in the zone, I'm gonna chill and pressure plan for as long as I can, because I have that rotation that can get me to wherever I need to go. If the zone is more south, south, then I usually go directly border, and that's the best way for me. But if it's more east, and Loot Lake is still in the zone, then I'll try to glide all the way to Loot Lake and get into a good position over there. As you can see, I can just use hoverboards in this location, get over to the slipstream, or I don't know if it's a slipstream, whatever this thing is. Hit this thing, and I've timed my glider so I know I can get almost all the way there without having to run almost at all. See a fight right there, I'm cautiously gonna not engage in that fight just because it's not worth my time, it's not worth dying over. I'm just gonna have to play smart. I wanna make sure my mats are good. And of course, there's a gold combat right up here, which, just saying, if it's any other game, like if I had attack shotgun, there would not be a gold combat. Like, I love how the game would give me a gold combat when I have a purple combat, but I can never find a combat normally. Alright, tip 4. Now hear me out for this one. Don't be afraid to camp. I understand that might sound bad, but in high stakes games, where boxing up means a mech with 10 rockets is going to push you, sometimes camping is the best option. Camping can give you a safe area where you can get the first shot off if you need to get into engagement, or it can also just, save you from a giant mech. So yeah, I'm going to try to get over here, Tilted Town, which, that's tip 4, or tip 5, whatever. Tip 5, tilted kills. If you're looking to rack up a few safe kills and you're confident in your shot, then go tilted. Get into a safe position, you can get the first shot on. Then let your aim do the rest. Also try to use right hand peeks, because right hand peeks, as you all know, are just not overpowered, but it's a dominant position to be in. As I go in here, try to make sure my loot's all good, hoping no one's going to be in here. Again, you can't farm in here, so just kind of chill whenever you're in here. I got an upgrade for my weapons, and I'm just gonna chill for a little while. And I'm taking that camping option. If anyone did come in here, I can easily get a shot off on them, but I end up just rotating over to a different position, which I end up getting some kills from. Those tilted kills are pretty important parts of your game. Well, they can be if you want to get safe kills. So I'm gonna go over to this little building, which is, I think, one of the only buildings still in Tilted Town, meaning everyone's gonna rotate over to me. I get underneath the stairs, because the stairs give me a right-hand peek and give me the object of surprise. And wait for this guy to come in here. See that? Quickly just take those shots. I'm about to rewind this thing real quick so we can see exactly, when you want to pop out. You don't want to pop out until you can pretty much see their body pretty fully. So yeah, wait. Take the first shot. Headshot always first, and then just as long as you can hit just your shots, you should be fine. Unless he's an absolute legend, which is just unfortunate for you. My next tip 6, don't loot for too long. I made the mistake right here. I'm just spending a lot of time looting, trying to figure out what I want to carry. Since I knew what I wanted to carry, I don't know why it took me this long, but this could have put me in a bad position, meaning somebody could have come pushed me in this time, and that's never really a good situation to be in. So I'm gonna loot up, med up, and get back into my spot, and hopefully I can try to catch another kill. Now remember when I said every engagement, every engagement carefully? On this next engagement, I kind of mess up. Now he has right hand peek too in this next engagement, which I should have made more note of. I was confident in my shot, so I ended up doing alright, but the thing is if you miss any of these shots when they're both in right hand peeks, you should have played a lot more carefully than I did. In this next fight, we'll see in a minute. Here's the guy, hops on in here. Take the peek. And he had right hand peek. He knows I'm here, instead I said to keep shooting. Horrible mistake on my part. But luckily he misses quite a few shots. I get over here, make sure I get as much loot as I can. Reload all my guns, get all ready. Shield up, med up, and I'm back to a sufficient amount of health. I think I'm at 75 health and 50 shield at this point. With my shockwave grenades, launch pads, and that kind of thing, so we say. And my gold combat, so I'm kind of set right here. So now I know that I'm going to get out of here soon. Easiest way for me to do that is shockwaving up here. Next tip. Tip 7. Box up. Learn how to box up quickly, for if you don't, you'll be exposed, which is never good in the end game. I made the mistake right there. I went and overexposed myself for a long period of time, ended up losing about 70 of my health, which is not good. I had shields to heal some of that, but still, not a great situation for me to be in. Tip 8. Rotation is key. Always carry things like launch pads and shockwave grenades to move safely to the next zone or to avoid an enemy. Rotation is obviously one of the best things in scrim games. You always need it. I needed one to get to the zone right there. I used a shockwave and I used a launch pad to get to the zone. And in a minute when I get into a fight, I can always use another shockwave to get disengaged. Tip 9. Never lose track of enemies. If you forget about an enemy, you never know when they're just going to heavy snipe through your wall and shotgun you. As you just saw, I was able to get into a good position, use my shockwave and get out of there, but if not, he could have gotten an easy kill on me. Luckily I was able to turn around for a ramp in the way in time and avoided, death. Tip 9 we'll get into in a minute. I'll show you, what was happening. Again, just make sure you keep boxing up, make sure you launch pads. Launch pads are usually set more for not the super end of the game. Super end of the game, you try to keep your shockwaves and launch pads. Because shockwaves, so you gotta box up again. Because shockwaves can go through buildings, which means if someone's trying to hold you out of the storm, it'd be a lot easier for you to do that. If you use shockwave, then launch pads you can usually get blocked by anything above you, which is just not a good situation to be in. So right there, shockwaves just can get you out of situations where you're boxed up and can help you a lot. Gonna wait here on my box. My next rotation. Alright, here we go. Tip, I think 10 maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Tip 9 or 10. Don't be afraid of the storm. You can take some storm damage to finish your kill, to take height, or avoid dying, because it only takes 10 damage. Right there, I knew that I might take a little storm damage, but I knew that I could survive it. I just went for it. And just... So yeah, just don't be afraid of the storm. Obviously, don't die in the storm, because that'd just be a sad way to go out, but you can always take a few damage. Remember, if you get a kill, that'll heal you 50 health, so if you think you're going to get a kill in the storm, try to finish that out. Just make sure you're aware of where you are in the storm and how that might affect you. Tip 10 or 11? Dude, I don't even know. High ground is key. If you have high ground at the very end of the game, you're in a set position. As you see right here, I can take shots. This guy obviously was smart and put things above him. But in a minute, I'm going to be able to spray down right through this guy's build and hit him with some quick shots. And with a headshot for 66. Now, that's another thing you got to think about. When do you push down or not? The top 3 situation, I was trying to go for this win here, so I didn't decide to push down further. But in other situations, sometimes you might try to get that easy kill, especially if you're low in health. And our last tip, don't choke. You can watch right here. I may or may not be guilty of this. I'm guilty of it. But just, I made a stupid mistake. I'm playing this too. I play passive and then I play aggressive, like too quickly a switch, hit the zip line, and he plays a great play, edits me through right here, gets right in the face. Great play on his part, and that's the game. Second place, 3 kills, got me like 100 and something points for arena, and there we go. So, outro, that's it. Thanks for watching so much. Like and sub and comment for future videos. Peace.